it's just like, man, it's sad what our so-called black sector of YouTube has become. Like, it ain't even just, I mean, it's like they don't leave no stone unturned. It's like, Jesus Christ, how low can you go? You know, it's certain things. Okay, we don't mind a little roasting. We don't mind a good song here and there. We don't mind a good joke. But now, the new thing now is I'm seeing men. Yeah, somebody just called me. But yeah, I'm seeing men. That's my godson. My godson gonna kick my butt sitting on the voicemail. But hold on, godson. I'm on the phone, boy. I'll call him back. But no, it ain't buffering. My godson was calling me. But yeah. But the depths I'm seeing go to now is just like this YouTube thing now for most people is just a joke. They're either gonna get your looks and your views in any way necessary. They've learned that, you know, if I can't get your views by saying something positive, then I'll just get your views with outlandish, wild titles and outlandish commentary against a woman, against whatever societal norms say you can't do. It seems like these guys will do. I'm not saying you can't correct a woman or disagree with a woman. If you feel a certain way, if you want to make a point, it's a way to make that point and still, you know, be a man. Like, I just don't get the way that I've never seen men talk like that to a woman they don't know, didn't do nothing to them, whatever else. I've seen men correct women that have done stuff to them and people who have behaved in a certain way that triggered somebody. But how are you triggered by somebody you don't even know? How you that triggered to call somebody mama a B word and all this other stuff and give such a critique of their life when you don't really know?
Salute, Tampa in the building. I see you. Meaty, I see you.
I know.
I see you.
Yeah, like,
we're gonna talk about this.
Wow. I guess this is what YouTube is. YouTube is a place to where everybody claims they want to be positive, but they all understand underneath it all that most people are drawn to the negative. So there's guys out there that will sell their soul. They won't take the views going down. They won't take making less and be okay with it. They want to be the king. They want to be top dog. So they'll say whatever, whenever, however, about whoever for money. And that's sad.
Hello, Miss Curlin.
That is sad. Grown men have now, and grown women have now made a lane to just, I'm talking about not give your opinion about somebody's behavior or what they're doing or what you don't agree. If they're a public figure, cool, give your critique. But some of the stuff that I'm hearing, it's just like, wow. Boy, that's rooted in hatred right there, boy. From the men and the women's side. I've heard women on YouTube talk about men in a way, it's just like, wow. And I've heard men do the same thing. And it's like, wow. Who the hell want to be around y'all? You some motherfucking angry son of a bitch. I don't give a damn what man or what woman it is. Who gonna be around a motherfucker like that think everybody they meet is a piece of shit?
I see you.
That means you a sick fucking puppy. That means nobody that you meet, you're gonna be able to get along with because you're already fucked up in the mind thinking that person is gonna get over on you. You're never gonna have a good faith conversation. Kevin Samuels, shout out to you. You're never gonna have a good relationship because you're thinking the fucking worst. And you're gonna bring out the worst in the other person.
Okay.
There's a lot of sick son bitches walking around in this world. Lord have mercy.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am MarioJaye. This is Tough Love. That was a clip from KWAME Brown. Salute to KWAME Brown. He said something in there that I do believe that we talk about here on the Tough Love platform all the time in reference to, holding people accountable, promoting positivity, empowering both men, communities, and women. So I felt, I didn't catch it when he was live, and somebody had sent me the link and said, hey, you guys are saying, I mean, great, cool, we say the same thing. So I wanted to hear it myself, and when I heard it, I said, I wonder, are we the hypocrites? I tagged KWAME Brown, I tagged CYNTHIA G. Are we the hypocrites? Are we the people, do we hold content creators responsible, or do we hold the people that are subscribing to these channels, that are donating to these people, that giving up their time, energy, and effort, that are in their comment section on a daily basis? Are we the hypocrites? I appreciate that donation. Thank you very much. Are we the hypocrites? I wanted to ask KWAME Brown. I wanted to ask CYNTHIA G. Are we the hypocrites? Are we the people responsible for these people's success? Now, he talked about men and women. He's seeing a lot of foolery, fuckery, and shenanigans. And I totally get it. I totally understand. But here's my thought process. Do you respect the person when they're direct or when they do a lot of subliminal messages? I think that's why Tough Love is the way it is. Like, we rattle cages because I think we put the names in the titles. You see what I'm saying? And we talk directly to people. Now, my thought process is when he says, I see a lot of men and women doing things for shock value, like anything and calling it entertainment, trying to get a donation, trying to get a view, trying to get some, just to hold on to the little power and the platform that they have. Recently, in the last 30 days, I have heard women say abort black young babies. I've heard men talk about talk to mothers in regards to saying that your son should have died, and I mean it's crazy. It's crazy, but I do like the fact that he said in reference to not being able to have a good faith conversation. See what I'm saying? I like the fact that he said that. But here's my thought process. If someone like KWAME Brown or CYNTHIA G says, like it's different when you say them versus him and her. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's different. This is what I want to tell KWAME Brown. Whoever it is that you saw that you feel like, hey, they are promoting a whole lot of foolery and shenanigans over there. Is it more impactful for him to say Hassan Campbell is promoting foolery and fuckery? You see what I'm saying? Is it more impactful? Is it more impactful to say, I'm just throwing names out there, CYNTHIA G is promoting foolery and fuckery? I think the issue is that when we don't take a stance, it's great to talk about it. It feels good. We let it out. We let everybody kind of know where we are. But who do you feel is promoting this foolery and fuckery? Who do you feel is fake positive, et cetera, et cetera? And that's why I said it's important to address the person. Self-awareness TV. Exactly. I feel like it's good to just throw out some things or whatever. But my thought process, are we really promoting change? Are we really putting people on notice? Because I think the thing about it is when you take a stance, and this is why I say I don't join people's circle. You see what I'm saying? I'll give you a standing ovation. I'll salute you. I'll give you your flowers and say, cool, but I don't want to join your team. The reason why is because a lot of times when you join a person's team, especially depending on who the big dog is, you know what I'm saying? You have to continue to pay homage. And a lot of times in that circle, they never really correct each other. You see what I'm saying? So if KWAME Brown, let's just say me and KWAME Brown was in the same circle, right? I would say, yo, bro, who are you talking about? Who you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Because it's important. The reason why is you put those people on notice and say, yeah, you caught my attention with that shenanigans, but what we're gonna stop doing is we're gonna stop watching you. We're going to stop donating to you. We're going to stop giving you our time and our energy and our effort. I truly believe that once you start doing that, it will change the algorithm a little bit. You see what I'm saying? It will change it up a little bit. I see you, Uncle Stu. Uncle Stu says, I'm doing a live tonight. I am talking positive love. Thank you very much for your support. Stay positive. Salute. Thank you. Thank you. But this is my thought process. I just think that if someone that has a major platform like Kevin Samuels, KWAME Brown, all of these bigger platforms or whatever case may be, I feel like once you say X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z has to have a name. To me, it's not good enough just to be like, well, we're just speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? We have to be specific to who it is and direct the conversation to who we want to. Now, I think he did a good job when he talked about Stephen A. Smith. Did a good job talking about what was that other guy? Charlemagne the God. It was direct. We know where to put our focus to, so that way we can say for ourselves if it's good or bad. We can make the decision. But when you say them, we don't know who them is. You see what I'm saying? We don't know who they is. We need to be, okay, this is the person. Like I say with CYNTHIA G, I say, you know what? Obviously she has some intelligence, right? Obviously she has some intelligence. And obviously she can hold a conversation. The issue is when you talk about divesting, why is your divesting from black men so loud? Just leave. Just leave. If your preference is dating outside your race, not having black young boys or raising black, fine. Divest. It's okay. Well, I think we'll be okay if one black woman decides they don't want to date black men. I think the race of black people will be okay. Divest. It's cool. But for me to just speak in general and say, yeah, I just heard, a black woman say, she wants to divest, etc. No, I don't think. I think our platforms, the way they're set up, I think we could be a part of the foolery and the shenanigans and the fuckery, or we can be direct. We can take a stance. You see what I'm saying? And I think that when we say, this is why I put CYNTHIA G's name in the title, and this is what I say, because I have never disrespected her. So this is why I do that, because I want her to know that, hey, listen, I appreciate your energy and the time that you're doing it, but this is how I feel. From one black man to a black woman or whatever case it be. I don't think the message is going to get to her if I speak in general. You see what I'm saying? And I'm hoping KWAME Brown understands where I'm coming from. I don't think the message is going to get to them if we speak in general. You see what I'm saying? We got to say, well, since you've noticed this, who have you noticed doing this? Because maybe coming from you. Maybe coming from you, it'll change the narrative up. It'll change how people, because here's the thought process. All of these people that you would think, like you said, people do anything for views, selling their soul for, a couple subscribers. If you put their name out, what does that do? What does that do? What does that do? It puts them on notice. It makes them accountable. It lets them know someone is holding them accountable. They just can't do, well, they can still continue to do it. I'm not saying because you say something, they can automatically stop. But my thought process is, will that change the narrative a little bit? You see what I'm saying? Speaking in general is great, but I find that speaking directly to the person will change the narrative up. And at least they heard your point of view. You are exactly right. It's a lot of people being fake positive. It's a lot of people doing anything for views. It's a lot of craziness and shenanigans. I am so disappointed in the black sector of YouTube. I've actually encountered somebody faking domestic violence. And then when you say that they're faking the domestic violence, then they turn around and say they're going to sue you. Like I've seen so much in just the last 30 days to last a lifetime. Craziness. Absolutely just craziness. I'm calling your job. I'm talking about your kids. I'm talking about your mama. I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna get you fired. I'm gonna get your channel taken down. Like so much. And I'm just like, where do these people find the time? But here's the thing. Are we the hypocrites? Are we the hypocrites? We're giving them our time and energy. We're saying that's what we want to see. Keep it up. Good job. Yeah. All in the comments. Oh, girl, I support you. Yeah, I support you. Here's $5. Here's $10. We're paying these people, and people are now saying, well, shit, I can quit my job if I'm getting YouTube money for fuckery and shenanigans. All I got to do is talk about somebody. All I got to do is bring down somebody. All I have to do, I got to do something for shock value. How about we abort black males? Yup. How about we do that? How about if a rapper dies, I talk about his grieving mother? How about we do that? Anything for shock value. Anything to say, look at me. And my thought process is, are these people that way in real life, or is it just for shock value? Is it just for pretend? I don't know. I don't know. But the thing about it, I think it says a lot about the people in the comments as well. I've seen a conversation go on with the Red Supreme TV one, and a lot of people were saying, you know, oh, this guy is this and this guy is that, and CYNTHIA G has every right to, you know, call them names and disrespect them. And my thought process, here's the thought process, right? When you have the opportunity to have a conversation, don't blow it. Don't waste it. You see what I'm saying? I saw two men have a conversation where they were able to come to a happy medium. They were able to come to an agreement and a level of understanding. And for that, I respect them for that. However, when we added the woman to the mix, over the top, emotional, and very aggressive. But the thought process is this: when you're able to have a conversation with someone, have the conversation, because you lose ground when you can't. You lose ground when you can't. It's not about screaming. It's not about yelling. It's not about disrespecting one another. It's not about pointing a finger. It's about having the conversation and promoting and outlining your concerns. And I see a lot of people's conversational skills are very dim, is very meek. And I don't know. I don't know why there would be a bunch of people that want to support the foolery and the shenanigans. You know, if they're going to do it, let them do it for free. If they're going to promote a lot of drama and chaos and negativity, let them do it for free. ToughLove said, make them do it for free. If it's going to be a clown show, we here for the circus. Hey, go ahead and do some tricks. But you're going to do it for free. It's the people that donate to them just to get their name on the screen, or just to say, hey, what you're doing, how you're disrespecting that woman, it's impressing me. How you're disrespecting the black community or that man, it's impressing me. That's what you're saying. You're saying we want more of this. Now imagine if I'm a white man or a white woman or a Hispanic person, et cetera, and I'm watching you as a content creator. I'm just sticking with the black content creators right now. And I'm watching how you downplay the opposite sex. Imagine me as a white person just watching how you consistently make video after video after video and say that, oh, I'm doing this to empower black women. Well, you know what I see? I see black women that have no men on the panels, that have no men in their videos, and still promote drama amongst the women. So why divest from something where you're promoting the same level of drama? If it's going to be the same energy, there's no need just to say, well, black men are the problem. And vice versa. I've seen men get on panels and just like, okay, well, there's no women around, but they still, for some reason, it's still drama. What is it that we're trying to prove? What is it that we're trying to accomplish? Because my thought process is, we must be the hypocrites. We must be encouraging these people. We must be encouraging these people. We must be telling them this is what we're about. This is us leveling up. This is us being successful. This is us being positive. Yes, I love when you get on here. You know what? If somebody else tag me or send me a link talking about tea, I don't want to listen to nobody keep on talking about, I'm gonna give y'all the tea. I don't want the tea. I'm good. I'm drinking water. I don't want tea. I don't want no tea. Okay. I don't want no tea. I really don't have time for that. You see what I'm saying? I'm here for the tough conversations. You see what I'm saying? It's not about doing a whole bunch of reactions on nothing. It's about having the conversations. There are so many people that are afraid to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation to really promote dialogue. If every other word has to be a curse word or every other word has to be putting someone down, etc., like I'm good on that. I'm good on that. But see, this is what I'm noticing because it's a trend, and I think KWAME, you're right, KWAME. I mean, we definitely been saying the same thing over here on Tough Love, but you're right. There are a lot of people that promote the shenanigans on YouTube, but they do it for views. But my question is, why are they not losing subscribers? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Why are they not losing subscribers? And where do you watch this stuff at? Like like if I watched a channel that was about bashing black women, like where would I watch that at? Could I watch a channel bashing black women in front of my daughters, in front of my girlfriend, and at my work? Like where do you find the time to sit there for 2 hours and listen to somebody say, well, black women this and black women that? And my thought process is, why do it? If you don't like black women, that's your personal choice. If you don't like black men, that's your personal choice. The thought process is when you try to promote your personal choice and then people join in on your personal choice and they applaud, it goes from I don't like to now everybody else is the problem. And I think that's unfair. I think it's unrealistic, and I also think it's unnecessary. Here's my thought process. If you are a group of people that say, I don't like this other group of people, whatever, it is great to outline issues. It's great to come up with solutions, right? But guess what? You can't deflect upon everybody. You understand what I'm saying? You have to say, well, what about me? What are we doing that's wrong? How are we contributing to the problem? You see what I'm saying? So are you overly emotional? Are you aggressive? Are you lack self-awareness? Are you materialistic? Are you disrespectful? Are you negative? These are all things that should be taken in consideration, but for some reason we don't do that. We as a group, we get together and we say, well, of course it's strength in numbers. We get it. It's strength in numbers. But what you're empowering yourself to do what? I've listened to women say that they hate men, especially black men, but they still date they're still dating black men. They're still having black children, but then they tell you don't date black men and don't have their babies. And they make it a whole video. And there's women in there like, girl, you right. You are so right. And these women are currently dating black men, have black fathers, and will publicly admit, my father was a good man. The black man you're dating is a good man. Your father is a good man. But you're online promoting black women to stop messing with black men. You ain't saying Craig, DeMarcus, and Raekwon, stop messing with them. You saying black men. Then you have others say, hey, stop messing with these women. Well, I like women. I'm just saying, y'all, I like women. I don't want to leave black women. Come here. Y'all come. I got room. Come on, y'all, come on. I mean, I'm just saying, I just feel like we doing too much, man. A bunch of broken followers. You were right. I mean, I don't know. Are they broken? Are they vindictive? Or do they have a victim mentality? I don't know, but I heard somebody say pimping people's pain. Pimping the pain. You know what I'm saying? Pimping the pain. Is that what we doing? We finding a way to cash in on victims. We're finding a way to make people feel better about the situation that they're currently in. You going through something with your man, you going through something with your woman, you hate the black community because one of your children got murdered or whatever, or you got robbed. Listen, come to my channel. Come to my channel. The only thing I require is a like, a subscribe, and a share, and a couple donations. And then once you find that recipe working, you get more vocal, you get more disrespectful, you get more outlandish. KWAME Brown, you right. My thought process, are we the hypocrites though? Are we the hypocrites? Are we the hypocrites? Because I feel like we're supporting them. I feel like in order to know that these are the people doing the fuck shit, the bullshit, the shenanigans, we watching them. So at what point in time as men, at what point in time as women, at what point in time as communities do you say, you know what? I'm not watching you no more. I'm not donating to you. I'm not giving you my time and I'm not giving you my energy. I don't want to meet black women and have that thought process that you have. And for some reason, I started to act on what you said. I don't want women to meet me, and just because I'm dark skinned and shit, I'm handsome, but just because I'm dark skinned and be like, well, all black men are like this. You don't even know me. You don't even know me, and I don't think they realize how dangerous that is. I don't think they real. Can you imagine meeting a woman or a man, you know, they approach you or you approach them, however it goes, and you just simply say hello. Hell no, get the hell out of my face. Who the hell you think you is? We divesting and we aborting your baby. God damn. Well, put the church finger up. Put the church finger up. Or I start, you know, nicknames and we wearing wicked witches and like, how far does that get you in real life? The name calling, the jokes, the insults. How far does that get you in real life? Everybody that follows this negative trend that's going on social media, I am really thinking that they lack success. First thing you thinking, oh, he's saying they ain't got no money, they broke, they living in their no, a successful mind state. Because if you're listening to that rhetoric and you're in a good relationship with a black woman, you're listening to that rhetoric and you're in a good relationship with a black man, you're listening to that rhetoric and you live in a black community, you're a hypocrite. You're not mentally successful. So when KWAME Brown, he says, he get, 18, 19,000 people in the chat room, and he says, these negative podcasters or YouTubers out here, X, Y, and Z. And I went and I was reading the chat and people was dropping names. And I said, well, these are all the people that have a lot of followers. No one said in the chat, I'm unsubscribing, KWAME. You're right. Everybody got time for it. Well, I got time today. So are we the hypocrites? Are we the hypocrites? Hey, I'm gonna put in a title. When I see KWAME, I'm gonna smack him in the face. Look, and then when I go live, don't even say nothing about it. I'm talking about Kevin Samuels. How long do we accept that? How long do we accept that? How long do we allow that negativity to continue? How long do we help promote it? If you believe that there are good black men out there, and you believe that working together and empowering one another is the way to go, then how does CYNTHIA G exist? If you believe that helping children that have been touched or some type of, mentally, emotionally, or physically, went through something, and you believe in being an advocate, and let's just say Hassan Campbell, which that was his mission statement, but haven't proven to help anyone yet, then why follow him? I want to know what your mission is on your platform. And I want to hold you accountable based on what you said your platform was about. If you tell me you don't take YouTube serious, you just doing it, cool. All right, great. But keep the same energy. Me personally, it's about empowerment. It's about having the tough conversation between men and between women and between for men and for women. Now, I'm not saying that I'm here to save anybody. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm here to try to provide a perspective that a lot of people don't have, the people around them to give them. It's tough love. We gonna praise some people. We gonna give our standing ovations. We gonna cheer them on. We gonna give them their flowers. But we also going to say, hey, look, you need to get back on the straight and narrow. Are we the hypocrites? Are we the people keeping the nonsense going? When you put your money, you take your money, you say, here you go. You are investing in that nonsense. You are helping to seed that nonsense. Create a foundation for that nonsense. I appreciate that, Uncle Stu. He says, I love black women too. I'm here to support you because of the message you keep giving. Salute. Thanks for your service. Hold me accountable, please. I think that's the way we all should be, though. Let's have fun. You know, let's for better lack of a word, let's let our hair down. But the fact of the matter is, being positive don't mean you're always perfect. Hold on for a second. Got to turn my AC on. Being positive don't mean you're always perfect, and I think it's just like a negative person to do something like that. Like you say, hey, let's empower one another. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the things that we find that we have concerns with. And the first thing somebody would say, well, you ain't perfect. Let's talk about empowering men, empowering women, empowering the community. You ain't perfect. How dare you? And then they turn the conversation into let me find a way to take a negative shot at you. Now, most of the time when you talk about empowerment, you talk about being positive, or at least thinking more positive, or at least, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation where it's not about shouting and screaming and disrespecting. Most of the time you're a loner. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the time you are a loner. But I noticed that negative people always have a team of people. Like they always have a group of people. And it's so easy to find negative people. It's so easy to say, give me the tea. What do you have going on in your real life? What do you have going on in your real life? Meaty says a true friend will tell you the truth. If you do something good, you will get the praise. If you do something wrong, you will get corrected. That's what tough love is. I like it. But you know what? Let's go deeper than that, Meaty. Let's go deeper than that. It's not necessarily about praise and truth and telling them about it. It's about how you feel about yourself. How you feel about, do you know your worth? Because my thing about it is, I don't have time to entertain your foolery. Not online and not in real life. Because I know my worth. So my question to you guys, do you know your worth? Because when you're taking time to say, I'm going to watch the shenanigans for an hour. And I get it. A little ratchetness every now and then. I get, but here's the thing. You watching and donating. You watching and sharing. You're watching and hitting the like button. Are we hypocrites? You hear something positive and you like this. I'm standing in the bushes. I ain't saying nothing. You hear something negative. Yeah, oh, that's the tea. That's the tea. Let's talk about it. Why is that? Why is that? If I'm coming to view something and I feel you got my attention for 5 minutes and I hear something I like, you don't have to tell me hit the like button. I'm automatic. Hey, I'm going to let you know that what you're saying is spot on. Like. If I have a platform, if I'm a content creator, I'm going to share. The reason why is because your message needs to be heard. But if I'm sitting on here talking about black women, do you know how many people sent me a link to what CYNTHIA G was saying in reference to black men and aborting babies? And I'm like, how the fuck? I don't like keep sending me shit like this, man. You know what I mean? I'm just not, and it's not just, it's a son, it's a lot of content creators. And my thought process is, how do we have time to listen to all the negative stuff? And why are we not promoting the good stuff? Why are we not promoting the men that say, I ain't got no problem with black women? I've had concerns, you see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit online and promote issues with black women. If I have an issue with a man, well, y'all already kind of saw my issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to address said man. I'm not going to make 1,000 videos. I'm going to address that man, put his name in the title so he knows I'm addressing him. If I can't, for some reason, if I can't call or text or whatever case may be, you know what I'm saying? And no, here's the thing. If you disrespect me publicly, right? The conversation is going to be held publicly. It ain't going to be held behind closed doors. It ain't going to be like, oh, ToughLove saw, he ain't say nothing. Nope. We're not doing that. You know what's so funny though? I hear a lot of conversations about, you know, what men should be. What women should be. When does it apply? When does it apply? When do we take the time to make sure it applies? Because to me, I think that for some reason, like, this is why I love the ToughLove family. Like, I love these people that have subscribed to me, because do you know how many times I'll read a comment? Do you know how many times I'll read a comment where somebody say, hey, Tough, hey, listen, I don't agree with you on this one, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Think for your damn self. We're not going to always agree, and that's fine. And here's the thing. They don't have to disrespect me to disagree. Hey, I don't agree with this one, and here's why. Thank you for taking the time and giving me a different perspective, giving me maybe a better look into a situation. Cool, I appreciate it. I don't want sheep. I don't want fanatics. I don't need it, because in real life, I know who I am. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you to bump into me in the street, and it's like, I'm a totally different person. Imagine if I sat online and say how much I had a disdain for black women and X, Y, and Z, and then you see me in a club and I'm trying to get your number. Hold on, ain't you that MarioJaye guy from ToughLove? I thought you ain't like black women. I'm just doing it for views. Come on, man. That's my niche. That's my niche. What? KWAME Brown. It would be great for you to call out the shenanigans based on your platform, based on the fact that you have a voice. It's great to call out Stephen A. It's great to call out Charlemagne the God. But us, let's just say us, the average at best, or us, the people, really won't affect them. Now, these YouTubers, these content creators that we want to hold responsible and accountable for the stuff that they do, this black sector, I don't even want to be in the black sector of YouTube. Like, I don't want to be considered mainstream, #1 in the black sector. Like, the conversations we have is for a bigger purpose. It's not to condemn. It's not to promote hatred. It's not to say black women should be aborted. It's not to say black men are the, like, it's not that. And it's not just a black conversation. I don't really care about celebrity gossip. I don't care what Beyonce brought her. I don't really care about none of that. What I care about is actually having a conversation that matters. Actually doing something that's going to help someone out of a situation that they may be stuck in. Sometimes you never know if your message is going to be what tips the scale towards positive or towards negative. You right, all these black women ain't shit. I'm about to go do this to my wife. You right, all these black men ain't shit. I ain't got time to listen to no black man. I don't care who you are. All of y'all unsuccessful. All of y'all. Are you doing, you got all of this energy in a 1-bedroom apartment? Like, how you got all of this? How you how you got all, like, I don't see how we, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. The people that are these top, like, narcissists and toxic ass people that promote this craziness, like, you look like a lot of times they do this, they hide their face, right? Or they got avatars or whatever case may be. But then when they go live, you see what I'm saying? Like, I done found me a little corner in the spot because y'all know I had COVID-19. Goddamn, that shit was crazy. I was fighting the COVID. You know what I'm saying? So ever since I kind of got this little cubby hole that I come to or whatever, and now I'm just like, okay, let me rock out and get my studio right the way I want it, and then we'll go back live. But if you guys were interested in the office prior to this situation right here, go back, check out my earlier videos. That's how I look. But it's like they go live and it's like house be dirty, roaches be on the wall, cigarette burns on the couches. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, how do you have the time to talk about somebody? Go get your life together. Go get your shit together. Everything ain't got to be perfect, but go get your shit together. Take the time to get your, how are you listening to negative people online? Go get your, how are you promoting negativity online? You see, it's crazy to me. I hear you, Jenny. I hear you. He's an interesting guy. He's an interesting guy. You know, he's an interesting guy. But listen, hey, salute to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys coming through, listening to my perspective, my point of view on things. Hopefully KWAME sees this when he gets some time, and maybe he'll respond, maybe he won't or whatever. But like I said, I just think that we need to be more direct. You know, to me, it's not about saying them. It's about saying who we're talking about. Because I think that when you do that, it lets people know where you stand. It lets people know who you are and what you're about. If it's about promoting a positive message, if it's about helping a community, if it's about trades and codes and, you know, X, Y, and Z, then make sure that we single out the targets. So that way everybody can be on the same accord when it comes to you. Nobody should have to second guess, well, who are you talking about? Because I'm going to be honest with you, man. A lot of men, and KWAME already knows this. Salute. Thank you for the donation. I have an idea. Let's stop the shh and love one another. Love each other. Yeah, definitely. And that's why platforms like this exist. The common denominator, not one-dimensional. The common denominator where men, women, and anybody in a community, whatever community, can come together and have those conversations. We ain't going to always agree. But it's not about pointing the finger. Just as much fuckery and foolery and shenanigans that we say that women do. Don't get hyped, man. Don't get hyped. Men do. Just as we blame the LGBTQ community for all of the craziness, you got the same shit in the black community, you got the same shit in the white community, whether it's more publicized or not. We just need to come together and have the conversation. Nothing's happening. See, here's my thought process, y'all. Stay with me. My thought process is, when you get these bigger YouTubers, imagine if CYNTHIA G comes out right now and says, you know what? These are our expectations for our men, our black men. These are our expectations. That's one. Two, I know good men who meet these expectations, and I'm going to give you guys access to these men. You change the narrative up. Now you're not promoting hatred. Now you're showing examples of what you say that you're looking for. But it's not just Cynthia G. You know, you got your Tommy Sotomayor's, which to me they're kind of parallel, whatever. But suppose these people with these big platforms decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to promote how bad you are, but I'm going to give you examples on how good I know you can be. It'll change the game. It would change the game. KWAME Brown, do the same thing. Hey, let me show you examples of what good is, or what I think good is, or what we probably would agree good is. Somebody keep asking, when you going on KWAME show? When you going? I'm like, hey, I'm good where I'm at. But the fact of the matter is, it don't matter what platform you're on, as long as the message is positive, as long as the message is balanced. And I find a lot of times on these other platforms, the message ain't balanced. And maybe they say, okay, that's the niche that I'm in. The way to make my money is by bashing people. The way to make my money is by disrespecting people. You know, and then I'm going to say, hit the like button. Why are you hitting the like button? Why do you like it so much? You know what I find, though? I'm going to tell you what. Cynthia G is a smart motherfucker. Let me drink this water. Tommy Sotomayor, smart motherfucker. Because they're going to say the things that the people in the comments are scared to say to your face. And get paid to do it. Half of the shit that I see on social media, I'm telling you right now, that I see people say on social media, whether they're content creators or just people that spectate, they would never have the courage to say that shit to a person's face. They would never, ever have the courage to say it to. So they have to watch people that disrespect people. They have to get behind and hide in the comments and say, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Let me donate. These black niggas. Yeah, you tell them. Because they would never have the courage to say that in a person's face. So they live vicariously through that content creator and their message. What he say, what she say. Let me be real with y'all. I have never, ever stood in front of a black woman and listened to her call me Dusty. I've never stood in a group of people and listened to that group, if it's composed of black men and women. Not one female has ever said, y'all dusty mother. I've never, but online you will hear it. Trash bag, dusty. And I'm like, who are these? Where y'all live at? All y'all live together. It must be a trailer park community. Like, where do you guys work at? I've never heard it, y'all. I'm sorry. I've never heard nobody the name calling that the names that people make up for black women. Like I don't, maybe it's just my space. Maybe it's just where I'm at. I don't know. Like, I mean, but I've been a lot of places, a lot of states, spent a lot of time in a lot of places. Thank you for that. What's up, fam? I'm here. Drama pays the bills. You exactly right, Telly. Drama does pay the bills. Well, my thing about it is, suppose we switch the narrative, just like women said, we taking the word bitch back. We taking it back. Now I'm gonna start calling my girlfriend. Hey, oh, what's up there? You stupid. Can't we take positivity? Can't we take the positive role back and empowerment role? Can't we take it back? Can't we get excited about that as well? Hey, shit, I'm gonna make sure this message get out. Let me hit the like button on this. Hey, check this out. Content creators are scared to be positive because they feel they're going to lose subscribers. And that's scary. That's sad. You're scared to be positive as a black content creator because nobody will sit down and listen to you. Because really, maybe in real life, you're not a positive person. But why showcase how negative you are? I don't understand why we live in this facade that we have to put people down in order to feel like we're building ourselves up. That's not listen, take it from a retired Army warrant officer. Putting people down don't build the team. Putting people down don't make you look better. Putting people down don't promote anything for the collective that's going to be good. But on social media, people feel like, well, if I talk about them, that takes the light off of me. If I say they're the blame, that takes the light off of me and the responsibility off of me. It takes two people to have a conversation. One person calling another person a name versus the other person saying, well, now I'm going to put my hands on you. Both of y'all wrong. Both of y'all wrong. Both of y'all toxic. Both of y'all narcissist. 183rd, I see you. You understand what I'm saying? But we get to this point where, you know, hey, don't put your hands on her. Don't put your hands on him. Right? We never address the name calling. For some reason, that's like we look at things and we don't address the entire situation. We don't. Can you imagine being able to call someone a dusty or a trash bag and them not to be able to call you a name back? Every single person that follows someone that does that should be held accountable. Because if you can't get your point across without saying, I'm going to disrespect you and then I'm going to expect a different result. I'm going to expect you to respect me. I'm going to expect you to listen to me. Is it just me or that's an oxymoron? I'm just saying, no matter how smart you are, how much you articulate, how much you fix yourself up, the thought process is, if I disrespect you, you're not allowed to disrespect me back. I'm going to emasculate you. I'm going to say that you are lesser than. Why does that empower you? Why does that empower you? Suppose you do meet a black man that's taking care of his kids. You do meet a black man that is successful, that has good credit, that's well versed and well traveled, right? That is a man. That is a black man. Do you downgrade him? Do you find something else to say other than the regular talking points? And vice versa. Let's flip the script. Let's flip the script. Do you downgrade her? Suppose she don't have weave in her hair. She don't have a lot of makeup on and twerking at every church music festival. Bruh. Church music. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Suppose she don't fit the normal narrative. Do you give her the benefit of the doubt? So my question is, when I see people promoting so much hate and disdain for others, my question is, have you found an example of what you think a man should be, a woman should be? Show us. Show us, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. And though we feel like everybody got a pencil, everybody got a pen, everybody got a cup, everybody has not run across an example. And they truly believe what it is that they're saying. The issue is that once you become a successful, what do you say, a YouTuber, YouTuber, you now have more access. You now have a level of awareness. There are people from Spain. There are people, I think it was somebody from Africa. I mean, there's a lot of people now I have access to in other states, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had the same access to the military. But the fact of the matter is, you have more access to. So to say that I don't have an example of a good black man, I don't have an example of a good black woman, I think you're lying. I think you're lying. You're a liar. I think you're lying. So if you're constantly promoting one narrative, as if that one narrative fits all, there are successful black people that don't listen to rap music, that don't wear their pants below their damn butt, that don't say nigga and bitch, and they don't speak like that. Got good credit, got cars, well-traveled, businesses, a plethora of businesses. So for you to be promoting this narrative of black women this and black men that, it's like, well, who's in your circle of friends? And are you the type of person that they would be looking for? That's a better question. If I can't join them, then I'll talk about them. Come on, that sounds like a hater. If I can't be on the team, if they won't let me in the door, they won't give me their attention, then I'm going to talk about them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get a bunch of people together and we're going to talk about them. Well, how's your credit? Are you still renting? Or have you brought a home? They won't let you in. They won't let you join. They won't pick you. So you talk about them. The people you want don't want you. This is not high school. You know, we are adults who encounter problems both professionally and personally. And we deal with it accordingly. Okay? We should not have the time to add more stress and problems to people's lives. We should not highlight the stress in somebody else's life. If anything, we should help. We should try to create some type of peace and harmony where people can come and have a conversation and not feel like, damn, I just wasted 2 hours listening to somebody else's life about somebody doxing somebody, talking about their kids, talking about their mama, talking about they gonna call their job. Why are we the hypocrites? KWAME Brown. Are we the hypocrites? CYNTHIA G. Are we the hypocrites? Hassan Campbell, Kevin Samuels, Tommy Sotomayor. Are we the hypocrites? The lead attorney, Tasha K. Are we the hypocrites? Somebody said it's audience targeting. Well, the audience always seems to be black. We always seem to have time for it. We always seem to want to hear it. It ain't about traveling. It ain't about investments. It's not about great conversation and communication with the opposite sex. It's not even about good sex. It's about me talking about you on a daily basis. The most disrespectful languages I can use. If I say that I've had disagreements with black women. But none of those disagreements caused me to come to social media and just disrespect all black women. If I say I had disagreements with black men, none of them have caused me to come and just say I hate all black men. Heal. If you've had a problem with a black man or a black woman or a man or a woman, heal. If it's hurt you that much, go heal. Go heal. Because promoting disdain, promoting hatred, or sitting behind a computer saying, oh, all of y'all are this and all of y'all are that, that's unfair. That's unfair. There is no way in the world will I be talking about aborting babies. That's not your lane. That's on that young lady's and that young man or vice versa. That's their decision. I'm not getting behind that. I'm not sitting there listening to that. Promoting your disdain does not support or empower anybody, especially when you have to call people names to do it. They say people who curse a lot are weak-minded. Look it up. If you can't use another word to describe your pain, or you can't use another word to deliver your message. Now, my thought process is I'll drop a couple curse words in a heartbeat, and I feel like I'm intelligent, but the fact of the matter is you can't have a conversation without using curse words. You can't control yourself emotionally. You're out of control. I find a lot of content creators that are out of control. So the question still stands. Are we the hypocrites? Are we the hypocrites? Because we're the people hitting the like button. We're the people donating. We're the people sharing the content. Are we showing the people that says, you know what, I am not going to be positive. It ain't about being positive. It's about dragging down black men, dragging down black communities, dragging down the LGBT, dragging down this, dragging down that. Hit the like button. And what's so crazy about it, now it's just an automatic thing. You watch it on a daily basis and you just automatically hit the like button. It's second nature. No matter what they say, it's second nature to hit the like button. But if you hear a message that resonates and say, can't we all just get along? I ain't hitting no like button on that now. I ain't. Now you're going too far. You're going too far trying to bring people together. I don't know who you think you are. You ain't perfect. Kwame, what's up, man? What's up, man? You missed most of it, brother. You missed most of it. I was asking a question, Kwame, and I said, are we the hypocrites? Are we the people that support the negativity, which kind of fuse the fire for these content creators to say, I'm just going to do anything for likes. I'm going to hate black women. I'm going to hate black men. I'm going to do anything for likes, anything for shock value. And my thought process was a video that I seen that you made or whatever case may be, because we be talking about that over here. And it's really interesting that these people that have these channels promote so much negativity. Me personally, like if I have a concern about CYNTHIA G, I'm going to put her name in the title and I'm going to address her. If I have a concern about Tommy Sotomayor, I'm going to put his name in the title and address him. If I have a concern about Hassan Campbell, I feel like we as men, women, communities, we can't afford to just generalize. We have to be direct so people can understand where we stand. If we're about supporting one another, if we're about empowerment, if we're about building our communities, we have to let people know that's what we're about. We can't say them, they. We got to say you. We got to say you. Hey, please don't disrespect nobody in my chat room. So putting that comment about Kwame Brown is unnecessary. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. But don't put it. That's not what we do over here. So don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Matter of fact, one of the mods, can you take this comment off, please? But the fact of the matter is, I feel like now is the time to be direct. Now is the time to empower for real. You see what I'm saying? Now is the time to show the examples of good men, show the examples of good women, show the examples of blossoming communities. I hate the fact every time I turn around, somebody's dying in Chicago, somebody's dying in one of these big inner cities or whatever. I think we're too reactive. We're too reactive where we need to be more proactive. You said that the black YouTube sector is full of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not in that words, but you said your piece. Here's my thought process, Kwame. Suppose all of the black YouTubers actually focused on black crime for a whole week. That they reported it. You see what I'm saying? They said to stop it. That we don't need that. Suppose they talked about investments, buying property, building credit, how to really communicate, our love languages, how to really be, let's say we're black men, how to really be men. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that sound like? I remember I reached out to a gentleman and said, hey man, let's get a panel together and let's really have a conversation or whatever. And I was disappointed because I was like, well, if you're about being positive and you're about empowering people and you're about moving the ball forward, why wouldn't the collective get together and have that conversation? So you kind of let me know that that's not what you're about. And then it got to a point where it dawned on me, people don't want you to outshine them. People don't want you to outshine them. Like I want to be positive, but at my level and in my space. I don't want anybody else coming over taking my shine. And I think that's the problem that we have, Kwame. I think that's the problem. See, here's the thought process. Like I'm on my phone right now. I can't drop the link so you can come up. But the fact of the matter is, you coming on ToughLove's platform, having a conversation, I'm not worrying about. You see what I'm saying? Like you have your bigger platform and it's like, okay, cool. Let's have this conversation. I would appreciate it. Cool. But other people are not like that. You understand what I'm saying? Other people are not like, oh, I don't want you coming over here. You ain't out talking to me. Nope. And I see that, especially with black men. They don't want you to go on their platform. They don't want to do, like, they want to keep their little protective power and platform. Like, if we're going to build, then let's build. If we're going to empower, then let's empower. Let's stop being afraid to be men. Let's stop being afraid. Because to me, we give the CYNTHIA G's and those who like her and supporters, we give them the ammunition. We show we're not working together. We're not willing to sit our ass down and say, hold on, it's not just about talking about building. It's not just about looking like we're doing something. It's about doing it. When does the message matter? When do you get men to support men and say, you know what? If I can share your message, like I just shared your this last message that you did, Kwame. I said I want people to hear this because maybe he could help change the narrative on whatever. I don't keep positively bottled up. I spread that shit around like it's a virus. You got it. You it. There you go. Boom. You got it. I want that shit to spread more rapid than COVID-19. I don't keep it bottled up. I don't want it just to stay on ToughLove's page. Now, it's great to stay on the page, but the fact of the matter is, this is why we don't get it spread out, because we don't do anything to spread it out. But we spread negativity. If I was downgrading black women right now, it would get spread. If I was downgrading black men, it would get spread. If I was talking about the LGBTQ plus community, it would get spread easily. Easily. That's my concern. We have to be direct. We have to be direct. We have to start calling this shit out. We have to hold people accountable. We have to hold people responsible. And then we have to showcase and stand by everything that we say. One 183rd says, it went off the screen, 183rd. How about we only deal with like-minded individuals? You know what? I agree with that, right? But those like-minded individuals need to do as much as the negative individuals or the people that don't think like you. And this is what I mean. And I'm not talking about donations. I'm talking about sharing. I'm talking about hitting the like button. I'm talking about being active in the comments, adding to the conversation. Hey, y'all come over here. Check this out. Because when it's something negative, it's like promotion of the year. It's promotion of the year. Let me send this link over here. Like this, it's all of this extra acceptance. It's all of this extra potion. People should not wait till you get famous to then want to promote you. If you feel like what I'm doing right now is positive, what will you do about it? That's another question. If you feel KWAME Brown, what his message is and what he stands for is positive, do you just watch it, hide in the bushes, or do you say somebody else needs to hear this? That's what I'm promoting today, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody else needs to hear this. Somebody else needs to see this. We can't afford just to be like, well, you know, I hope somebody comes across this video. It's a pretty cool video. We got to do something about it. We have to change the algorithm and show, hey, this is what I want you to suggest, not this other fuck shit. People been talking about other people's mess for years. And now the question is, are you happy in your real life? Are you really successful? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that you have enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to see you again very soon. I'm hoping that you are living your best life, but not in the worst way. I'm MarioJaye. This is Tough Love. Until next time, a dot up. Peace.